Down here at the Unholylands premiere, it's Alan here from Cineworld Belfast, collaborating with Meanwhile in Ireland. There's a buzz about here tonight. Can't wait to watch this. Super excited.
Hello, my name is Peter Jeffries and I play Scott Anderson, who is the stepbrother of Michael, the main character played by Ciaran McCourt.
So my name is Ciaran McCourt and I play Michael Brannan in the Unholylands.
Yeah, I'm Malachy McGinley and I play Hank, 100-pound coke Hank.
What's your role in the film?
It's just being myself and knocking out one of the party goers. But it was a good day. It was right actually before, I think, the Lewis Crocker Freedom this year that we'd done this cameo. So a week before, went out, knocked out someone and then got beat up by Lewis Crocker for fuck's sake.
I feel so proud. It hasn't hit me yet though. It's a really weird feeling. This has been in the making now for a wee bit over 5 years, so it really hasn't hit me that it's out tonight. But the fact we've got a cinema release, the fact we've got all this is incredibly exciting. Yeah, I'm buzzing to be here.
So the film is basically about two stepbrothers who are coming to the end of their law degree, and they've built this reputation in the Holy Lands as being mad party animals. But they're kind of living this double life because their dad owns like the biggest law firm in the country. So he's basically threatening them that if this last party goes ahead, you'll lose all prospects with the company. You will not be joining the law firm. And for the sake of a good movie, you can probably guess what they decide to go with.
What brought you to be part of this film?
That was actually through my good friend Ciaran McCourt. So we've known each other for like 8 years or something now, and we were both actors in London. And I saw he got cast in this movie, and I was like, "Well done, mate! This looks great." It was getting all these news articles. Then about a month later, he was like, "Mate, I think there's a role that would really suit you." It's a Scottish guy who's playing my stepbrother, and he's a bit of a waster and all that. And I was like, "Nah, that's not me, mate. Surely I could play that." He was like, "No, let's give it a go." And he put me in touch with Paddy, and I sent off some scenes for Paddy, and from then on we've just been like the Three Musketeers, really, just working on it and making it great.
And if you were to describe the film in one word, what would it be?
Anarchic, I think. Yeah.
What about your character in one word? Same?
Misunderstood. Hank is, Hank's a bit of a force of nature that the lads encounter, and again, hopefully hilarity ensues and people will get to see, but there's more to him than meets the eye.
Brilliant. What's worse, a fight hangover or a Holylands hangover?
There's nothing worse than a fight, but it depends on much drinking you're doing. So them hangovers, now at my big age, them hangovers are dragging into 2 days, sometimes 3. So flip, I'd say hangover actually.
Have you ever had a real party in the Holylands?
Well, we had a few when we were filming it. There's probably a few shots that you can tell in the movie where I'm looking a little bit worse for wear, probably because we stayed out a little bit too late the night before. So, got some real world experience.
What are you expecting from the film?
Don't know what they expect. Anything can happen in the Holy Lands, that's all I've heard.
Have you ever went to a party in the Holylands?
I actually have been to a party in the Holy Lands.
What was it like?
I can't remember much about it, but I remember it was
good.
Was
it a war zone?
It was good. It was fun. I don't remember what street it was on anyway.
What do you think of Jimmy Nesbitt?
Jimmy Nesbitt, gentleman. Hey, Jimmy,
has he been in your bar?
Job. Hey, Jimmy, gentleman.
Has he been in your bar?
He's been in the bar, yes. Me and Jimmy, best of mates.
Brilliant. Have you ever went to a party in the Holylands?
If I ever went to... No, that'll be a no. They wouldn't let me into the Holylands. all them students, all fucking troublemakers. Have you seen me that say, "There's that old lot of the Bittles"?
What are you expecting from the film?
No, I've seen bits and pieces about it, Stephen. It looks like a good film. The Holylands, it's a good Belfast area. It should be very good. Fair play to all those involved.
Brilliant. And how many years do you have to drink now?
Too many. I'm going to go back on it. I'm fucking sick. I'm turned into a boar. I'm going to go on the liquor. 40 years on the liquor, up to McCarthy, straight up to McCarthy.
Do you think any of these Holyland students need to go off the drink like you?
No, they don't. They just need to keep at it.
Who's the biggest party animal in the cast?
Oh, They're all fucking headers.
When you were younger, you know, same age as the guys in the film, it's freshers age, what would you have drank, you know, in your early drinking days?
Would you believe when I started drinking, I only started drinking at 18. I know that's the legal age, but I'm a late starter for Belfast. And I used to work in this whole man's bar, so the first time I started drinking was Guinness. That's what the old boys, get that in there, kid, you're 18 now. So Guinness and brandy. So I was drinking old man's drinks, Guinness and brandy and ginger ale.
What do you drink now?
Same.
This event, how important is this for local communities, up-and-coming actors and everyone involved in Belfast?
I think it's so important, you know, really, really important that the industry grows and grows from grassroots talent. It's brilliant that this cinema is hosting it. Unfortunately, this is the only cinema in the whole country that isn't playing the movie, so that's quite disappointing. A bit controversial maybe saying that, but I think every cinema should be backing, getting behind movies like this. Incredible turnout. Obviously, these are really talented people and deserve the recognition.
European champion Ciaran McCourt, how are you feeling now after the dust has settled after your recent win? Congratulations.
Good, just you can wind down now and just relax after, you know, just getting back into the mix was important to me. And it was a shaky start of my fight, so I'm glad they overcome that.
I see that, you get hit there, big time.
Listen, you get in the water.
Everyone was worried about you.
Yeah.
I seen a headline, like when I was watching it, and people were like already tweeting, like, he's been knocked down and all. Everyone was like, well, everyone thought it was over.
Yeah, you get hit, you get in the water, you're going to get wet. That's what I say, and I overcame it and shook it off pretty quick. And straight back in and done the job.
Brilliant. There's a lot of Belfast and Irish boxers here. What's in the water here? Like, why is there so many good Irish boxers? What is it? What do you think?
I think it's down to grassroots. You know, the grassroots and boxing clubs are amazing throughout Belfast. I think there's almost a boxing club in every area in Belfast, and it's well funded, backed by the city council and the government. So, I mean, it's giving young lads and girls opportunities that they wouldn't ever seen, and it's great to see.
Brilliant. And what's next with Ciaran McComb? Can you reveal anything?
Yeah, well, I'll be out before Christmas. I'm hoping to have something friendly this week, right before Christmas. But I'll give a wee hint, it's a good away day. So if anyone wants to go, let's do it before Christmas.
Brilliant. And have you ever had a party in the Unholylands?
Oh, well, a few times now, uninvited. I've been uninvited on a few occasions, but I've been there. And fuck, what an experience that was.
What was it like to work on the film?
The film, working in the Unholylands, was a bit of an experience. It was just shot live, Guerrilla.
Was there anyone walking about while you were filming?
So it's Guerrilla filmmaking at its purest form. We had the residents, we had the students in one of the flats that we were actually in, and they were literally coming and going while we were shooting. On top of that, you had the children playing, cars driving up and down the street. So it was a bit of a challenge to get everything right. But other than that, you know, the crew were a great crew, and they were all consummate professionals and all that good shit. So yeah, it was a challenge, but it was a lot of fun as well.
You know, there's a lot of boxers here today. Local boxing's really doing really well. What's the secret to Irish boxing? Why is there so many good fighters on the world stage?
I don't know if there's any secret, to be honest. Like, the whole thing about Belfast boxing is that there's always been a boom of Belfast boxing. I think there's more eyes on it now because the likes of Eddie Hearn, and we've got world champion Lewis Crocker, we've got future world champion Ciaran McComb, who unfortunately got beat by Arnold Barbosa in one of the biggest robberies in the history of the sport. So when you've got people like that, and Tyrone McKenna rolling back the years, the guy who's maybe retired 5-6 times now and he's still going on, Tommy McCarthy there, now turned to comedian. Like, Belfast boxing's in an unbelievable place. Obviously Mick Conlon's on the comeback as well. It's just, everything's booming for Belfast boxing at the moment.
What's worse, a fight hangover or a Unholylands hangover?
Unholylands hangover. The fear is real when you wake up anywhere remotely close to Unholylands.
If you could sum this film up in one word, what would it be?
Belter.
And how do you celebrate a win? Is it like a Unholylands style party, or is it a quiet one?
My life outside the camp is Unholylands. That's like, that's the way I've always been all my life. As soon as I'm out of camp and I can drink and I can eat, it turns into the Unholylands. But when I'm in camp, it's very, very holy. No Holy Lands.
So one of the funniest parts was we were filming in the actual Holy Lands, and we were filming in a house that like students were living in, and we had a call time of like 9 o'clock, and we get into film, you know, we're all like slept and in makeup and all ready to go, and the people who were living in the house were still having a party next door. So, you know, we're sitting there trying to like run through our lines, and all you can hear is just like techno music coming from the room next door, and a real party going on. So it was like filming a World War II movie, being in the actual trenches, you know.
Love that. Who wins in a fight, Ciaran McCourt or 30 drunk fresher students in the Holy Lands?
30 drunk fresher students get the hold of me, I'm fucked, it's game over. I can't even fight. Different if you put them on a boxing ring. It's you have half a chance in a boxing ring with 30 of them. When there's rules. See in the street, I'm done, I'm finished. I have to phone my brother.
You at your peak, obviously you retired recently, didn't you?
Yep.
You at your peak versus 30 drunk fresher students in the Holy Lands, who wins?
Easy work. These new students, Gen Z, won't stand a chance. I'm telling you now, the softest of the soft. We're joking, straight out Gen Z, but you don't stand a chance against Tommy Mac.
And how long from start to finish your idea to now, how long has that been?
It's been 5 years. I started writing it right after lockdown. Literally first lockdown I started coming up with the idea. That's when I left uni. It's been a serious journey. There's been 2 years of writing, half a year of shooting, I think 2.5 years of just doing edits and stuff like that. So it's been incredible. It's been a serious amount of time, yeah.
What's worse, a fight hangover or a Holy Lands hangover?
A fight hangover, just surely for the fact you can punch for 10 rounds. Next day, you don't know if it's a hangover or concussion. So I think
you might die.
There's been times, but there's been times that I might die from a Holy Lands hangover. So that makes no little difference. My memories of Holy Lands, I loved. Like, I didn't go to university, but I went to Holy Lands parties every week, week in, week out, every other day. And it was unbelievable. I loved it. I loved everything about it. So I'm excited to see how to tell the story on the big screen.
Filming in the Holy Lands was an experience in itself, but we actually had the police arrive down to set twice, thinking that there was a real party happening. So yeah, they weren't too amused. They came down and seen basically like about 100 extras. A microwave had been thrown out a window onto the street. And yeah, the police came down, and then they actually came down again 2 weeks later. It was 2 different police officers, thankfully. But the whole experience was amazing. Like, everyone was so lovely. Like, the neighbours, the people all around there were really accommodating.
Who would win in a fight, Tyrone, McKenna, or 30 drunk fresher students in the Holy Lands on the street?
Do you know what? I genuinely think Tyrone McCanna. Yeah, freshers, drunk, like they can't handle a drink. I'm cleaning up in 5 minutes.
Who wins, Crocker or 30 drunk students in the Holy Lands on the street?
Do you know what? If Crocker lands, it's game over, so I'm going to go with Crocker. I think he just lands one on every single one of them. He takes them all out. Tyrone McKenna as well. See if Tyrone McKenna fought 30 freshers, they'd need 60. Yeah. They'd need 60 for Tyrone McKenna. He's an absolute beast.
Brilliant. Sean McComb didn't fancy it. He said there's no rules on the street rules.
I don't know if Sean's style matches up with 30 fresher students, so yeah, I don't know about that one.
From the actors here and everyone involved in the film, who do you think could be the number one pick for up-and-coming star?
Oh, that's such a hard question. I really don't know. It's such a hard one. I think the 2 main actors, Ciaran and Peter, are exceptional. I think they're so good. I think Sean Daly, who plays Alistair, and I think Malachy McGinley, who plays Hank, the character Hank, are very good comedy actors. So they kind of do different things. Honestly, I'm not joking. I think a lot of them, pretty much, I can name out 5. Yeah.
How would you describe the film in one word?
Lethal.
Where is that weather watching camera? I can't even give you a clue. I can just tell you it is the Unholylands.
Yeah, brilliant. What do you think of the film?
I have to say it was really, really good. What a well thought out story. What excellent acting too. Premier League acting. And to create a story, to get a message across about, how much fun it can be in the Holy Lands, how much of a challenge it can be in the Holy Lands. and indeed how dangerous drugs can be in the Holy Lands. All of that is in that story. I think it's very, very well captured. So congratulations each and every one.
Brilliant. Thank you, Frank. Now,